G'day fellas and welcome to A Casted Game. Spawning in on the north side of the map, playing as the Chinese in the color red, we've got Puppy Paw. And on the south side of the map, playing in the blue as the Rus, it's Vortex. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 3 in the grand final of the Road to Red Bull Wallalol Legacy, week number 3 of August. There's quite a bit there, I appreciate that. There's going to be a lot of action this game. I can feel it. I feel it coming. It is a classic matchup for me, at least. I love the Chinese. You guys know that. The Rus, always a fun civilization to play up against. A difficult civ to play up against, especially for the recent China. China typically doesn't be going. They don't be doing the 2 scout opening anymore, just because that extra 5 seconds that really just kicked you off quite a bit, and it means that now players are just looking towards this single scout opening, and that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt Puppy Paw quite a bit in the early game, because it means he's not gonna be able to challenge things. And interestingly, a little bit of a fail right here. Oh, Puppy Paw. Come on, he's got idle TC. This is terrible. There we go. Now, oh my lord. That was a town center that was idle for about 9 seconds. That is a big yikes, and something that often gets overlooked when you are doing these sorts of deer starts is one of the things that you fail to factor in are that your deer or your villagers are going to be gathering up a lot more food before they do a drop. You can see right now, 20, and we've got an early survival techniques coming in, a minute 32. He's looking to pull this bad boy off, and take a look at the gold he's already got on that mill. So getting a nice little rebate there. We often talk about this concept of rebates for the Chinese. Over on the other side of the map, you can see it costs 75 gold for Vortex to get survival techniques. It's going to cost the same for you to do it here as Puppy Paw. The only difference is he gets a refund or a rebate of 32 gold. So technically, it doesn't really cost him that much to actually get survival techniques. So pretty smart of him to do that. That way he's able to utilize the ability of the Imperial Official and look to get that back a little bit sooner. He's picked up a couple of wolves on the way back in. I think it was a total of about, I see 2 bodies there, but I've heard a lot of fighting from that town center. So it could have been more, but now I'm curious to see how this start actually goes. And now he's onto the straggler tree and looking to pick that bad boy up. But for the moment, it looks like an early wheelbarrow going to be coming through from Vortex, something that we don't always see. And this is a very early wheelbarrow, so super duper early. He's gone for 3 scouts in this opening. Pretty standard stuff for the Rus. You don't really see them go more than that. Sometimes you do see them move up to 4 scouts, but that is quite rare. Oh, nice little attack come in. Oh, he's not going to get it. Beautiful work by Vortex there. He's already up to 230 bounty. And how many more sheep does he have? We'll take a look. 13 more sheep. So that's going to be another 65 bounty on top of that. So he'll be almost hitting that 300 mark. Typically, you'd be aiming for 350, especially in a matchup where your enemy's not going for it. And oh my lord, look at this. This is a beautiful Imperial Academy coming out from Puppy Paw. I am a big fan of this. I'm loving it to pieces. Great little spot he's got here. I think the other alternative might have been maybe 2 tiles over this way, but if you do it, yeah, you miss the lumber camp. This is pixel perfect. He's done it. He's nailed it. Actually, you know what? You could have gone 1 further towards the TC. There you go. It's always about min-maxing these things and trying to work out what the best is and why it is. And the reason why it would be better to go 1 TC or 1 tile in close to the TC is just because you only need half a tile on this bad boy out here. But I'm curious to see how this goes. A very interesting opening from here. The survival techniques opening, and he's going to be actually jumping off the gold. Falls back away from that position. Probably just doesn't want to be playing with those scouts. And now on the other side of the map, we do see the Golden Gate coming down, as well as a wooden fortress, which kind of leads me to believe that it's going to be a 1 base all in from Vortex. Now, I've said that before when I've seen these type of things. Obviously, he's gone for the early wheelbarrow. He's also going for the wooden fortress, which means he wants to really focus on that wood production, make sure he maximizes it. I wouldn't be surprised if we see double broadaxe come from him in the early stages of the feudal age. Maybe look to replicate the success of the Guz build in this matchup. But now we've got that age up coming through. It's going to be the Imperial Academy on the way up, and we've got the Imperial Official looking to come out onto the map. He's got plenty of food in the bank. Have a look at that. And continuing to gather up that gold. 28 tacks on this one, 18 tacks over here. So still going to need a fair bit more gathering, but he's doing a pretty decent job here. I'm thoroughly impressed with this opening from Puppy Paw. He should be able to hit that Song Dynasty at probably about 5 minutes 20, 5 minutes 30, depending on how much attention he pays to these scouts. You can see the scouts, unfortunately, distracting the villagers here, and hopefully he's got enough gold for it. Now you can see him trying to cash it in. Still going to be running 16 gold in this, and now we see Vortex on the other side of the map reaching feudal age. Let's look to see what he does and whether it's going to be a boar play and whether he moves for the center of the map. Now, there is a really good ball position out here. The scouts are somewhat standing by idle. I feel like he's waiting for it, but hold on a minute. Don't mind me. We've got ourselves a little bit of a boar contest going on right now. Villagers moving out to secure the boar in the center of the map. Now, you got to be so careful when you do something like this. Let's see if Vortex looks to punish it. He's bringing out the 8th villager. Boar going to be coming out. Now, one of the things that you could do as Vortex, he's going to go for it. He's going to leash the boar over towards these villagers and start to aggro them. Seconds before disaster, attack number 1, attack number 2. Look at the damage that comes out. He's getting slaughtered right now. The first villager goes down. The second one lines up, and the villager's going to move around, but the boar doesn't care. He's going to continue. Look at the wildebeest go. Marine Lord's mum, get him under control. He's doing it's terrible right now. Vortex, the game of his life, and one of the scouts goes down. The boar is just claiming not lives. This is look at him go. Look at him go. He's just, and now the villager's stuck in there as well. All the villagers going to be idle. Boar continuing to just wreak havoc. Manages to, to take out more villagers. Double scout going down. This one's going to leash around the circle. He's coming back around for more. This is ludicrous. The boar, I've never seen such a madman. He's taking out more villagers. Another one goes down. Oh, he pulls out more villagers. Oh, this has gone absolutely beautiful for Vortex, and he lures the boar once again. Hey, I heard you like Barbicans. Oh, my Lord. The consequence, what right now? Don't do it one more time. He gets another villager. Oh, this is terrible. Puppy Paw sitting on 22 villagers. And that Barbican is going to be able to take out the boar. But this is a terrible spot for the boar, though. If he actually kills it in here where it is, and it looks like he's going to do that. Now the villagers, once again, going to be aggroed. He pulls it away, doing the right thing. The problem is if he kills it underneath, and now it looks to reset. If he kills it underneath here, he's not going to be able to fit 8 villagers in there. Puppy Paw. Oh, my Lord, Puppy Paw. All right, villager count 24. Compare that over to Vortex, who's sitting on 26. Wow. What a beginning to the game. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the grand final of the Road to Red Bull Wallalol Legacy. That was the craziest boar I've ever seen. I've never seen a boar kill so many units. If this thing had a kill counter, it must be sitting on close to 8, 9 kills probably here. We saw it take out 2 scouts. We saw it take out endless amounts of villagers. Whoa, my Lord. And speaking of endless amounts of villagers, Puppy Paw going to be dropping down that second TC now. He's already in the Song Dynasty. But geez Louise, isn't he behind? It really doesn't feel good to be in this position as Puppy Paw. He's thrown away so many villagers at this boar. Now, curiously, he's not attacking the boar with the Barbican. Now, I'm not sure if this was a change. I actually put a TC down next to a boar, and I wasn't able to attack the boar with the TC. So I don't know if this is an intended change. I'm not sure if it's possible with the Barbican to actually attack the boar. I would suspect that it is, though, because you used to just be able to kill that boar very easily and have it at the base of the Barbican. Yeah, not going to be the case today. Villager moving out. Both players with the same idea, walling up towards this eastern position. We see a nice little wall coming in from Vortex, but at the same time, Puppy Paw going to be looking to make a little bit of a bigger wall, make sure he's got that gold, make sure he's got the berries, and of course, the deer on the edge as well. But you can see a little block going to be coming through. The consequence of not going for that super little bit of a quick wall. Villager actually turning his attention towards that. Now another villager moving up, coming up as fast as he can. Wouldn't be surprised if he looks to block this off, just an annoying little pillar or two. Let's see how he plays it. Center of the map, no real action at this point. Double TC still up for Puppy Paw. He's going to be pumping out villagers as the first Chocanu comes through. And there's the villager coming through. The Chocanu going to be able to support it, and Vortex spots it and says, you know what? I'll let you keep it, mate. It's all yours. And that villager going to be coming up empty-handed for the most part, as it now looks to begin building the fortified palisade walls. Finds a wolf over in the corner as well. By the way, he's up to 415 bounty. That's going to take him up to 440. Keep in mind, he's already killed this boar down here towards the south. The one in the middle remains alive. And potentially his ticket to that ultimate goal of 500 bounty. But now Vortex going to be aging up. He's already got the 2 town centers down. Abbey the Trinity going to be coming in. We'll do an assessment, a quick assessment, and see how the relics have fallen. Got 1 relic up towards this northern position. Outside the walls, though. So not going to be easily defendable. Vortex also walling it out. Another relic down outside the boar. Second relic close behind, a central relic. And then, of course, the final relic towards the north of the map, where a couple of sheep remain for the moment. So a little bit of an interim, a little bit of a pause. And Puppy Paw looks like he might be sticking it out in the future, or at least just chilling out for a bit. Now, he doesn't have a lot of scouting information, so he's going to be sending the spear out into the middle of the map, but it definitely seems like he is going to be posturing towards that castle age. We'll check in on the upgrades. No wheelbarrow just yet. Now, keep in mind with the Chinese, one of the big things that happens is you're going to have a lot of gold. And we see that happening right now with Puppy Paw. He's looking to try and collect plenty of gold. He's already across that 600 threshold. And that's going to continue rising as he looks to pick up more and more gold from the buildings around here. 216 tax gold on this mill. And now looking to put down a second mill on the backside. Spearman moving forward. Has obviously heard that age up has come through. We see triple archery range coming out. Oh my lord, we got some horse archers coming out. Now, for anybody who doesn't know, horse archers don't do particularly well against Choconu. It's one of the few matchups that Choconu have got in the castle age that's quite decent. And I would advocate for Choconu in this matchup if you spot these archery ranges. Now, I don't think Puppy Paw has spotted these archery ranges. The scout, I believe, was taken out a little bit earlier. But we do see walls coming up, looking to try and be a bit more defensive. Very nice walls coming in from Puppy Paw. Quite not the best spawn for him. Typically, you will get, a nice little forest spawn over towards this side. But unfortunately, he's just going to have to try and boss this one out as hard as he can. Those horse archers down on the south side look like they might be able to pick up a villager. It is coming in quite close. They're going to be running in towards the wall, and we'll spot that villager. And by the same token, Puppy Paw spots the horse archers. Now moving forward with the spears, he should be able to get the wall in. Choconu going to be coming out as well, but look at this. He's got one horse archer that's going to be moving around, trying to block the wall. Not going to be lucky enough to do so, though. Spearman going to be able to take a 1-for-1, and at the same time, the horse archer does go down in the tree line. Choconu numbers starting to build up. We'll take a look and see how Puppy Paw is doing with regard to his own age up. He's slowly but steadily getting there, and this is the real problem with China when you go for this kind of Song Dynasty double TC opening, is that you are just chewing through the food. Look at how fast he goes through this food. So many villagers on this, which is the right move. It's exactly what he wants to be doing. And he does now have the wheelbarrow coming through. But it really starts to hurt. Now going to be moving out over towards the east side. There's already a mill down here, and he's actually looked to wall in the relic. Very smart move from him there, because I suspect we may have ourselves a warrior monk on the way shortly. We'll have to wait and see how he plays it, though. So walls up now for each player. Got Puppy Paw also looking to add in an astronomical clock tower for the age up. We'll right on board with Vortex and see how he's doing as the first relic is coming back now to his Abbey of the Trinity. That's going to be the relic that is in the center of the map. Second warrior monk did move out towards this position. Not sure exactly where it went, but we'll be looking for those relics. There it comes. Looking to pick up the closer relic. Next warrior monk going to be moving out, I suspect, probably towards this eastern side. Nice and safe. We hear more relics being picked up, but the age up about to come through for Puppy Paw. He's got plenty of villagers dropping down that landmark, and we do see plenty of upgrades also coming through. So specialized picked on the menu. We saw earlier that there was double broadaxe. He reaches the castle age. Let's see what direction he goes and whether it's going to be a focus on siege. Now, typically in this matchup, you would be looking for a very heavy composition based on Choconu as well as spears. That's going to be the big factor here. And the Choconu are going to do very well against the horse archers, but the number one thing that you're also going to need with that is a blacksmith, and I don't think we see any of it at all. So unfortunately, those Choconu not doing the best at the moment. Range of 4.5 tiles up against the Choconu, which have also got 4.5 tiles, and part of the reason why they do so well in this matchup, one of the other big factors is there's not a lot of armor on these horse archers. So I would be expecting Vortex to look to be moving towards a blacksmith as soon as possible. In fact, I already see it. I see it right there. I don't know how I missed that. So he's going to be going +1 ranged attack and then +1 ranged armor. Ideally, you'd want to be going the armor first and looking to go into +2 ranged armor as quickly as possible. These Choconu are notorious for their strength in numbers. And let's see how Puppy Paw looks to hold on. He's got this gold in the front, other gold mine over towards the east. He may have to move to that. Not a lot of resources there for him, but it's going to be the nest of bees coming out. A lot of scouts out as well. Needs to fall back away from this position if he wants to keep the villagers alive. Elite, or rather, veterancy comes through on the Choconu. It's going to be perfect. The Choconu are going to be able to tank up a lot of these attacks on the front. Fortunately, he's able to hold on for a little bit longer. A spearman or two are going to be able to seal the deal, and he indeed pushes back upon his opponent. Vortex continuing to pump out horse archers here. Now, realistically, in this matchup, China would be very happy with his 5 of the world's best archery rangers coming out and just pumping in horse archers non-stop. Any day of the week, a China player is going to take that. And I'm curious if Puppy Paw is going to blink, if he's going to make a mistake, or what's going to happen here. Because, I mean, for the most part, you would expect everything that that Vortex is doing to just be countered. The one thing that will make a difference is if Siege starts coming out for Vortex. That's going to be the big factor. So I'm going to be looking for an Imperial Age potentially for Vortex. And you know what? That'll do just fine. Double Siege Workshop into a keep on the front line. There better be at least 20 villagers coming out with this bad boy. 14 villagers. Those are rookie numbers. You gotta amp those up, but in all seriousness, that's a pretty decent amount. of villagers. The main issue that you're going to have is this keep is very close to the Chinese player, and he's going to spot it going up. He'll move forward with the Nest of Bees with the Chocanu. The Chocanu will more than break even with the Horse Archers, and the Nest of Bees may look to fire down. Okay, the keep does get replaced, thank gosh. I was going to say to myself, like, there's no way this keep gets up. The Nest of Bees just moves forward and targets the villagers, and that's all she wrote. The keep just didn't get up in that position, so definitely the right decision there from Vortex. And now, with that keep going up, we'll see if Puppy Paw is going to be able to spot it. It looks like it's in a nice little black spot here. So not going to be able to have line of sight on that one, but he's doing well at this point in time to maintain villager numbers. He's up to 95 villagers, so doing the right thing. And at the same time, his opponent on 76. But keep in mind, all of those relics have now been picked up. We've got 3 relics in the bag here with a monastery over towards the left side of the base. Relics still behind the walls, nowhere near getting picked up. But now Puppy Paw moving out. He spots the keep, and he knows that it is time to go. He needs to find the villagers. That's going to be the key factor here, but the Nest of Bees moving up by itself. Going to be looking to fire up on the back line. Doing a pretty decent job. Oh my lord, look at the damage that comes through. Scouts moving forward at the same time. Is the keep going to get up? It looks doubtful, but now a beautiful split coming through the Chocanu, unable to focus down the villagers. And now all of a sudden that keep looking like it might go up. It's pretty damn close. It looks about 90%. There it goes. The keep is up, and with that, the position here is solidified. Vortex is looking very strong because now it means Puppy Paw going to have to respond with a trebuchet, and that's going to really slow him down when it comes to this siege fight. That keep being up, unfortunately, for Puppy Paw really makes this difficult because now we've got double trebuchet production, and it's only a matter of time before that siege gets taken out. Or rather, it's only a matter of time until that siege starts working on all the production that is back here. Sacred Site's now being captured as well. We hear the one over towards the east being captured. That's going to be the second Sacred Site, and will guarantee him 600 gold a minute, including the relics, and of course, including that western Sacred Site. Still yet to take the one in the center. Barbican never got the Springald in placement, but you wouldn't really expect it to. And now those Trebs going to be looking to work down on the production facilities here of Puppy Paw. He's up to 161 population, a lot of Chukunu coming out. And ideally, what you'd love to see as a response to this from Vortex is a Mangonel. And that's exactly what we've got. 15 seconds away from being completed. The Mangonel going to be very effective here because all of the energy from Puppy Paw is going to be focused on getting trebuchets out. I guarantee you there's another trebuchet in queue. Okay, there's not. I probably shouldn't have guaranteed that. Don't take Drongo's guarantees seriously, especially Reddit. Don't you dare do that. But one of the big things about putting this keep down is now you've forced your enemy to make trebuchets, and that's exactly what you want them to do, because now you're going to focus on making the real siege. And now moving forward, all of the units, unfortunately, a little bit too far forward. Mangonel might potentially look to get some damage out. Only going to hit the spears on the front. He's going to have to fall back away from this position. The Chocanu numbers looking healthy. We'll enter into the cinematic mode as we begin to watch these two players duke it out in this position. Springald moving over on the east side. Trebuchet boulders continue hurtling in. And now that Barbican going to be under fire as well. You can see both, or rather under siege. Just like Steven Seagal, under siege. But now, look at the damage that comes out. The wall gets deleted. He says, you know what? We don't need that anymore. Let's get rid of that bad boy. And now those Nest of Bees moving forward, looking to take out the Springald. Springald does go down. He's got more back here. The second one, as well as the second trebuchet. Got to be careful not to commit too hard to this. All of the units going to be pretty healthy at this point. Now, keep in mind, he's not Imperial. Not going to have access to that Spirit Way just yet. One of the most important buildings you can have when you're looking to do this Chinese dynasty composition is that Spirit Way, because you delete one of these Chocanu and they all of a sudden just turn into turbo boosted crazy units. But keep in mind, this is game number 3 in this series. It could be the final game here. But at this point in time, Vortex is looking very good with his positioning. He's looking to try and take one over his opponent here, looking to try and get one on the board. Doesn't want to be clean swept by Puppy Paw, that is for sure. And those boulders continue being exchanged across the chasm, across the valley. And now they continue posturing. Look at that. Look at that boulder being hurtled towards the enemy cavalry. We're right on board with Puppy Paw for a little bit and see how he's doing with regard to the landmark situation. He's sitting on 200 population at the moment. A lot of production back here. He's also got some stables. So it's going to be horsemen that he's looking to get through. And a second siege workshop going to be coming out. I say a second one. Realistically, this is the first one. But the astronomical clock tower's got to count for something. On the other side of the map, still a pretty big force. And now the Chocanu looking to try and take out the Springald. You've got to be so damn careful if you're a Springald. Beautiful little splits coming in. We'll enter into the cinematic mode once again as those Springalds continue moving forward. There's almost no Springalds out now for Puppy Paw. And now the Horsemen going to be moving in. The Chocanu looking pretty decent, but at the same time, Puppy Paw got to be careful of the double Mangonel. The double Mangonel going to get some decent shots off on the back line. They look to take out a huge amount of those Chocanu, dishing out massive damage, but both of them do go the way of the Dodo. And now that Trebuchet going to get get taken out as well. The Springwood's still looking strong. More horsemen going to be running in. The scouts tanking up the front line, being so effective here with their tanking. Also, we see the horsemen just chasing the wrong targets. They want to be on this back line. That's where they want to be dishing out the damage. And now the Chocanu looking to focus down, trying to get through, trying to cut through all of this muck, but not having a whole lot of luck. Where are the units coming out from Puppy Paw? He's got the economy behind this, but just doesn't seem to have any oomph in here. And Vortex, once again, going to be sweeping out these units as the Mangonel comes through. 147 population versus 178 for his enemy. We see Puppy Paw on 133 economic units versus the 90, but look at that military difference. There's 8 units in advantage right now for Vortex. And that's where the difference comes in. The Springald numbers are really what are going to make the difference here. They just completely look to focus down that clock tower Springald. And all the Chocanu now, unfortunately, going to get taken out. The Springald on the backside. The Mangonel. Where's the Mangonel? Where's the Mangonel? Where's the Mangonel? Oh, no! The damage from the Mangonel is huge! The Mangonel was looming, and he looked, and he found exactly what he needed. It's terrible right now for Puppy Paw. He's getting completely cleaned up on this front line. Good game. Surely gets called any second. There is no way you are coming back from that. It is all that Mangonel magic, baby. That is incredible stuff right there. And good game gets called. Puppy Paw is going to be tapping out, and Vortex gets himself on the board with game number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere. We're heading right into game number 4 with your 4th grand final game on the road to Red Bull Wallalol Legacy, week number 3 for August.